Boogety Boogety Boogety, JB. Let's get back to racing.
17 out right now, man.
Episode 17, the Matt Kenseth episode. As you can see, we're big Matt Kenseth fans, and I have to rock my other favorite drivers. Can't show all the love to Matt Kenseth. I gotta rock the race winner.
I was gonna say it's gonna be one side. Race winner, race runner up.
Exactly, and I got my Dale on here too, because we don't have the Dale rug on here. Thought the desk could be all Kenseth, but I still got to rock him some way, somehow, because he's still near and dear to my heart. But
very true, very
so
true.
Excited! I love Matt Kenseth, JB. He is my favorite driver, next to Dale Earnhardt. But like,
really, I couldn't tell.
My first memory of life is from Dale Earnhardt, but I have so many fun memories of racing from Matt Kenseth. Like, we share a birthday, as I've talked about before. We started recording this podcast and this series on my birthday and Matt Kenseth's birthday subsequently. You know, we started this on both of our birthdays. He's my favorite driver. He always had a cool car. My uncle used DeWalt tools. I mean, the black and yellow is clean.
It's iconic.
He's a champion. He's a Daytona 500 winner. He's a Coke 600 winner. I feel bad I don't remember exactly how many races. I want to say it's like 32 race winner in his career. It might be more. It might be in the 40s. But like I said,
he's up there. He is
my favorite driver. He never ruffled any feathers. Like, no one really has anything bad to say about Matt Kenseth. He's a good dude.
Good, clean driver, man.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, so I'm excited. Obviously, you know, we have another really cool, good, like, seems to be a really good dude as well. Another driver in the 17, Chris Buescher. We got to meet him at MIS, talk to him a little bit, and he was
very cool dude, man.
Sick car over the weekend. I will say, my fandom is not reserved for the number alone. Now, I am becoming a fan of his in the 47. But when Ricky Stenhouse took over in the 17, it wasn't an automatic, oh, you drive that car.
You weren't a fan of Ricky Stenhouse in the 17?
No, much like I talked about before, I wasn't an immediate fan of Eric Jones when he initially took over the 20 for Joe Gibbs Racing.
That's true.
Just because you take over for my favorite driver doesn't mean you become my favorite driver.
You got to earn those stripes.
Exactly. And, you know, Matt Kenseth earned the most, and I absolutely love Matt Kenseth. He is my favorite. I hope, like, one day, JB, my hope is that, like, we might get to meet him or something like that. Or even if he just, like, if I just get a notification that he liked the video or something like that. Like,
shout out, Matt Kenseth. If you see this, just heart the video. Heart it, like it, leave a comment. Let us know you've seen it, man.
Yeah.
Let us know we love you. We celebrating your 17, my guy.
Yeah, obviously, we brought the diecast up. I got the two 124s. Got the 164 that was in my Hot Wheels tote. Got my Matt Kenseth DeWalt Roush Racing hat. I've got my 11x14 photos of him. And then I brought this in before, the Visine number 17 car from for my 7th birthday, a little gift from my first grade teacher. I talked about it before, but shout out again, Mr. and Mrs. Patrick.
First grade teacher, man.
Yeah, shout out, bro. And shout out to the inaugural race, JB, at Echopark Speedway. Everybody knows it's Atlanta. Everybody keeps calling it Atlanta. If you read race recaps, if you read any like articles or anything like that,
it is Atlanta.
That's all everybody talks about. It's Atlanta. It's funny.
Echopark is a cute name, but it's Atlanta.
But nonetheless, in the first Echopark Speedway race, it was me, JB, Chase Elliott, who took home the win.
I know. I seen you just driving around, and you know what? You just popped your head out there, and I was like, wait a minute. That's a different Chase Elliott.
Yeah.
That is a different Chase Elliott than the one I know.
Yeah, the Chase Elliott, from Dawsonville, Georgia, William Elliott, the junior, the second, really is what his real name is. He goes by Chase. And, he ends up getting the win. He had a fast car, JB. He was aggressive all night, and, I mean, it was a really fun race, wire to wire. It was exciting. It was action packed. I mean, I was glued to the TV. I had to actually like drive home a little bit, so I was like, I shouldn't admit it. I had the phone propped up, and I was kind of like half watching, half listening as I was cruising down the highway.
I just give all the secrets out.
But man, I literally get home. I'm pulling in, and I park as they're crossing the finish line. I'm like losing my mind. I was so excited. I was so. I get the text from you before the race even starts.
Oh, yeah. I placed a bet, man. Yeah. I placed a bet. I was like, Chase Elliott will finish top 5, but Ross Chastain will take this win. And I was correct on one of those.
Yes. Chase Elliott, definitely top 5. Top 1, actually. The number 1 spot. Ross Chastain, much like a lot of other cars.
Much like 22 other cars.
Yeah, there were it was a rough race for some. And crazy though. It was nuts. And again, like I said, action-packed. What are some of your thoughts, JB? I've been rambling.
Oh no, you're good. Like I said, even though you were like driving on your way back home, like I stayed locked into this whole entire race. And once the wreck happened, like I immediately got up and text you like, "Oh my God, it's chaos in Atlanta. What is happening? What is going on right now?" But from the early start, even in stage 1, drivers felt like extremely uncomfortable out on the tracks. I'm not too sure if it was the car or the track itself, just kind of getting used to it, because I believe it got repaved, if I'm not mistaken as well too. But a lot of the drivers were complaining, so there was a little bit of a break of caution to where they actually got to come into pits to kind of fix some things, adjust some things, and then afterwards, that's when you seen a big, huge wreck. And obviously, it was chaos after that. Like, took out at least 23 drivers. There was some time for at least them to get back on the track, but obviously that didn't really happen. So this left a huge door and opportunity for a lot of guys to make up some ground and points for this playoff race.
And that big 23 car crash, that was right early on in the beginning of stage 2.
Yep.
Meanwhile, we ended stage 1
2
under caution.
Oh, well, yeah.
Because of a 7-car crash involving Christopher Bell. He gets loose. Shout out Fast and Loose.
Shout out.
And he gets loose. A couple cars get piled up into him. I think there's like 7 different cars. They end up going to the stage, the checkered of the stage, under caution. And it's Austin Cindric who gets the win. Well, then we had some nice racing all the rest of the way.
The rest of the way was cool. It was clean. It was fun, entertaining. The end of stage 2, man, we were texting back and forth.
I know. I was watching the race with my dad, and I told him like there was like it was getting late. I was getting tired. I knew I had like a longer drive ahead of me, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take off after stage 2, and we're sitting there, and we see Reddick and Elliott going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and it's who won, and me and him are both just like, can't tell.
It's Reddick, it's Elliott, it's Reddick, it's Elliott, it's Reddick.
And I think Chase Elliott took that P2 in stage 2 personally, because he was not settling for anything less. So, like I said, so fast, so aggressive, and he goes from 5th place all the way up to 1st in those last few laps. I think it was like 4 laps to go, or maybe 3 to go. You see him, he has that sick donut mark. I am getting that 124 race win diecast 100%. I have to get that car, like just because it's got that burn rubber like tire mark.
The tire mark on the side.
Yeah,
I remember
so
seeing that.
Sick.
Yeah.
I've been like all over NASCAR Reddit. People have been talking about it. They're like, I knew as soon as like he got that mark on it, I was like, that's gonna be a sick race win if he gets it done. And it's like people are like already pre-ordering, and it's gonna sell out. It's gonna go so
you
crazy.
Can actually, as you said right now, you can pre-order like pieces of the car that they will like rip off and send to you. Like I've seen bumpers, hoods, the side panels, like they all range from like $300 to $600. So
yeah, no, I mean, it's insane. I just want another one of these bad boys, but like the race win version of it, to throw it up on the desk and stuff like that. I don't have any Chase Elliott diecast. I have a couple actually. I got the one from you. I got the race win. I got 2 Hooters diecasts from Chase Elliott.
Hooter.
Hell yeah. The bankrupt Hooters, so those are never going to be around again. So those are treasures. If you ever see one, snag it up, baby. No questions asked. Just signed, sealed, delivered.
The car and the restaurant.
Yeah. But quickly, we kind of talked about it. We got Chase Elliott in first. You hinted at it. You got the Brad bag.
Big bad Brad.
Brad Keselowski hat on right there.
Brad. Ooh.
Yeah. But in 3rd place, we got Chase Elliott, tender teammate. We had Alex Bowman in 4th. Was your guy Tyler Reddick. 5th, Eric Jones.
Holding on strong.
Legacy Motor Club, JB. This is their 3rd straight top 10 for one of their drivers, and this is also their 4th in the last 6 races where they've been in the top 10. I think their worst finish in those 4 races of their best driver, I should say, their best drivers finish 13th was like the worst. So like the last 6 races, Legacy Motor Club, like I said, worst finish of 13th for their top driver. They've been sniffing the top 10. Eric Jones is right around that cut line too. I think he's in 18th right now. So, but it's John Hunter Nemechek who had back-to-back top 10s at Pocono and Autorama, like the Hermanos track for the Mexico City race. So it's the Legacy Motor Club has really been coming on as of late.
Eric Jones is sitting 18th right now.
Hell yeah,
right now. So he's underneath the cutoff line, but he's
sniffing there.
He's
close. And like the fact that they're sniffing these top 10s, like they could be around to steal a race win, you know. But in 6th place, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. He was a lap down at one point in this race.
Which that was actually a huge surprise to me, because at a certain point in stage 3, he was up at the top of the pack, running 1, and I'm like, There's no possible way Ricky Stenhouse is winning this race.
Yeah, no, he was down a lap in stage 2. He got the free pass, worked his way back up to the front. He's been putting together good races. He's been, I'm rooting for Ricky Stenhouse. Like I said, I wasn't a fan for him in the 17, but him at 47, I feel like he's changed a little bit. He's matured a little bit.
I like him. I just don't like his interaction with Carson Hofchar.
That's fair. I mean, I
just don't like that.
I enjoy it. I think it's fun. I think it's real. And I mean, as far as I think it's really authentic. That's just who he is. It's funny too seeing Recky Spinhouse being the guy who's like, hey, that's kind of like the nicknames they used to have for him and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know, a bit of the pot kettle. Maybe it's like you either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
I love that quote, by the way.
He didn't die a villain.
I love that quote.
He's living long enough to see himself become the hero. It's like the reverse. You know what I mean? Yeah. It is a great one, though. In 7th place, Zane Smith.
Zane Smith, man.
Shout out. Dude, we got to talk to him in MIS, too, and I don't know. I'm a real fan of his. I like Zane Smith.
I seen the name. I was like, wait a minute. There's no possible way Zane Smith is up there.
Heck yeah, dude. Front
this,
row
this race was like, anyone could take this.
Dude, he
honestly.
was lead. He had the lead. Like I said, when I was talking about Chase Elliott's in 5th, guess who's in 1st place? Zane Smith.
You're like, wait, what?
Yeah. It's like, oh my God, is he actually going to win this race? In 8th place, we got a top 10 finish from a Dylan, JB. But it's the good one. It's Ty Dylan. and he even did.
It's the good Dylan.
And he doesn't even drive for RCR. That's the great thing. He's not even a Nepo baby. The thing, though, he even goes after. He's like, "All you Denny fans, like I just knocked out your favorite driver out of the bracket." It was so like,
which that is so cool. I wish I would have seen that before too. The bracket challenge that's going on, like I so would have did that. Damn it!
It's man, it's like bracket busted, had no shot of even getting.
I've seen so many people on Snapchat, TikTok, Instagram just taking their brackets and just crumbling it up, throwing it in the trash.
Well, that's the thing, like
after that wreck.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was talking to my dad about that. I talked to my dad about that after the wreck to end stage 1. And I was like, Christopher Bell, because he was going up against Ricky Stenhouse.
Yeah.
Like, there's a couple battles and stuff like that. It was insane. And then I was just like, oh man, like there's a couple of these guys, like a lot of technical upsets, more or less, and insane, man. But still, like I said, 8th is Ty Dillon, taking a long time to get through the top 10. 9th, Chris Buescher, shot to the 17, and in 10th. Carson Hocevar. So we got top 10 for both Stenhouse and Hocevar.
Okay.
They're always near each other. They're never too far away. So
they're gonna get real close to each other in these upcoming weeks. Trust me.
I know. Early in the race, they were right by each other too, and like the commentators are always like, "Oh, Hocevar and Stenhouse."
They're right next to each other. I don't know about this.
And they're like, "I always get so nervous watching these two run next to each other," but like it's fun too. Yeah, I mean, what such a fun race, JB. I mean, like I said, the finish at the end. Brad Keselowski. We got to talk about Brad. He's been so fast as of late.
Oh, I was hoping for Brad. So hopeful for Brad.
I know. I'm confident, JB. I don't know what I'm willing to wager on, to say that he will do it before the end of the year. But Brad Keselowski is going to win a race this season. I guarantee it. Will it be before the playoffs starts? I am not sure.
I am not 100% sure.
I really hope it is. I really want Brad Keselowski in the playoff. I know, JB, he's going to win a race this year.
But as you said, will it be before or
after the playoff cutoff? Yeah, that's the big question, and I'm not too sure. But he's so fast, but he's been running so well, and you got to think if there wasn't the mistake. The mistake compounded with the bad late caution that kind of screwed him up at Pocono. Like what kind of finish they could have come out with. I mean, they literally got passed on the last lap, leading into turn 1, coming out of turn 2. That's when Chase Elliott gets coming down the front stretch and around into turn 1, gets a push. Gets that momentum from his teammate Alex Bowman to get around Brad Keselowski. They're running side by side. Bowman actually gets around Brad, but Brad keeps his line. He holds strong, and he has that momentum to stay strong on the outside, and end up that finish for second. Like obviously Chase Elliott was clearly won, but it was a
it was still like a holding tight for that second spot.
It was a tight race for second. It was just as tight as like the stage 2 finish. Brad Keselowski climbs up there, and I get honestly too, JB. I've been noticing a couple of the drivers who are below the cut line are really kind of making that points push.
Yeah.
Eric Jones, Carson Hocevar is slowly climbing. He's been finishing better and better and like putting together these full races. With what comes with that is the points, obviously. So I don't think he's gonna have enough time to make it up to get into the playoffs from a point standpoint.
Yeah, but if he can just
But if he gets
win
a
one
win,
outright,
yeah.
like that would
And
be perfect.
Eric Jones, however, I feel like maybe if he can knock out if he can get maybe a stage win or two, maybe keep it like a couple more top fives. I mean, I don't wanna jinx your guy Bubba, but
Bubba is right there at the playoff cutoff line right now, so he needs some help as well too. But if Eric Jones can like sit here and, as you say, get a stage win or at least finish Indy top 5 or something of that line, he's right there, like he's in as well too. Shout out to Tyler Reddick. I mean, he does have a lot of points right now. It looks like he's a lock, but I don't know 100% for certain.
Well, these
next upcoming races.
The good thing for Tyler Reddick is he's kind of like, now that with Chase Elliott getting that win, he's kind of slid up into that Chase Elliott role of he's kind of got like the most margin for error of all the points getting drivers, more or less. Not that that's what you want. You still want to get the win to lock yourself in, but he does have like a little bit more of that breathing room, more or less, comparative to some of the other people, like the guys like his teammate Bubba Wallace, who is on that cut line. So. Very very interesting. It's going to be a fun end of the rest of the season. We have Chicago, JB.
Oh yeah, street course.
Yeah, and then they go to Sonoma, and then
is it Dover? Is it Dover after that?
I think it actually might be Dover.
Yes!
And then it's Indianapolis. Yeah, because that's the 5 races for
fucking Dover.
Because they're ending this with a crown jewel. I'm double checking the schedule right now. I'm trying to pull it up, but yeah. So we started out at Echopark, the new Atlanta, and then we're at Chicago, Sonoma, Dover, yes, JB,
Dover,
and then Indianapolis. Those are the 5 races for the in-season challenge. Coming out of there, yeah, hell yeah.
This was just such a good race that, after it was done, I was hoping that there was another race on Sunday. I just wanted more racing at that point because I was like, this was such a good finish in stages 2 and the final lap. I just wanted more racing after this race. I needed it all.
Oh,
I think at a certain point I was contemplating, should I just go downstairs and just fire up the Xbox, the game, just to run?
I think, and this is what I think I've really started to love about IndyCar. It's definitely my second love.
Yeah.
In motorsports, or maybe even my third behind Monster Jam. But the fact that they have been doing races every other weekend, more or less. They have these breaks in between. Makes me kind of go through, like you said yesterday. I was like, I kind of want a little bit more race. I kind of want a little bit more.
You got that itch, you just want.
They ran on Friday and Saturday, so your Sunday was left open, and that's cool. It's nice, but it's at the same time, it's man, I'm used to having some fast cars filling up my.
Which I should have thought about this as well too, because I could have went and seen the movie on Sunday. I went and checked out F1.
Oh, did you
F1
see
the
it?
movie? Yeah, on Saturday morning, because I like to go early in the morning. I could have went on Sunday just because there wasn't any racing, but that would have filled my IndyCar need right there, which is a really good movie, might I add.
I'm going to go check it out.
It is a very good movie. It's 2.5 hours, but it doesn't even seem like that. The story is in depth, well done. It's not just based off of racing, how fast you are, how fast the car is. It gets more personal to the driver and knowing the team and the car itself.
Hell yeah, maybe I'll try to find a young lady who wants to go to the movies.
Yeah, it's definitely a date night. I mean, hell, it's Brad Pitt. You can't go wrong.
Hell yeah, I mean that I'm definitely interested. I remember watching the last car movie I think I saw in theaters was Need for Speed,
which is something that we should probably do during the off season as well too. What's our Mount Rushmore of racing movies?
That's a great question. We'll have to tie into that. I know we have we still have, I want to say, we have 8 more races before the playoffs, and then we have, let's see, 3, 6, 9, 10. We have 18 more races left on the calendar, JB, so still have a little bit of time before we have to worry about that.
Yep.
Honestly, the guys keep talking about football, and I'm like, man, quit rushing summer away.
I know,
we're in the middle of racing.
Dude.
We're in the middle of racing season too. You guys
summer goes by so quick, man.
Hop onto that too, yeah. If NASCAR's fun, bro. But yeah, speaking of fun, man. I mean, JB, obviously, there's a little gassing or a lot of passing, but there was even more crashing over the weekend.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you want to start getting into the gas, pass, and crash for it.
Yeah, we can do that. Do you want me to start off, or you want to?
If you, I say I'll do the I'll start off with the gas pass crash, and then you're gonna keep it with the car of the week. And kinda, maybe we can finally start to find a rhythm and flow. Like after 17 episodes, we're like, hey, we learned how to walk. Yeah.
We figured it out.
But I honestly, I'm just gonna go quick, JB, because mine's a lot of the same. My gas goes to the number 9 car, Chase Elliott. He was fast. He was aggressive. I'm a broken record right now. I've said it multiple times now. He's been fast. He's been aggressive. He went from 5th to 1st in the last 4 laps of the race. I mean, you know, he's awesome Bill Jr. from Dawsonville. So, shout out Chase Elliott. He was fast all night. My pass goes to the number 9 in Chase Elliott, going from 5th to 1st. I mean, in the last 4 laps of the race, making the crucial pass.
You doubled down.
I had to. I mean, like, I was filling it out, and I like put him in the gas, and I put somebody else in the pass, and I was like, no, but he went from 5th to 1st, and I was like, but he also had, but I was like, he also won the race. How can he not get the gas? And I was like, fuck it, he's getting both, baby. He went from 5th to 1st in the last 4 laps of the race. I mean, yeah, like I said, Chase Elliott, you get the gas. Chase Elliott, you made the passes, 5th to 1st. You got the push from your teammate. Shout out to you, Alex Bowman. And then, yeah, got the win in Atlanta. My crash, JB, goes to all of the cars that did not finish. I want to say there was a total of 12, but there was, like we talked about, there was the 7-car crash, I think lap 57, right before the end of stage 1. And then I want to say, like, I don't remember the exact lap, but we're green flag. Maybe 10, 15 laps into stage 2.
Because Dale was on the call as well, too. There was a list, like, the bottom right of the screen, and it could only fit, like, 10 names on it, and they had to do it 3 times. So,
yeah. Like, a lot of people wrecked it out of that race. Yeah, like you said, 7-car crash, a 23-car crash. I mean, it took the field out. And also, too, like, the people who were still left in the race, like, some of them had aero damage, and it just made them not as competitive. That's why you've seen, like, I mean, Tyler Reddick, he pitted late. He ended up going from, like, 10th to, like, 1st, or, like, 10th to 2nd, or I think it was Ricky Stenhouse. There's a couple guys who had some late pits. They made the difference to get the tires, allowed them to make the passes, to get right back up in that track position. And, yeah, but that's my gas passing crash. We got Chase Elliott, and the whole field crashing up, basically.
2 of the 3 are the same for me, actually, so... My gas.
You went with Chase Elliott twice as well?
No, not twice. But I did put him in my gas just because he held off Big Bad Brad to win this race right here, and he was driving a Design to Drive car by one Miss Raylan Mills.
Yes,
cancer patient. Shout out. Very cool looking car as well too. But hey, it was exciting for him to get the win back in his hometown with this Design to Drive car.
Hell yeah, he's been doing this for a few years now too, so that's super cool.
Yeah, very cool. She was out there when they were doing the starting ceremonies as well too. So
he's out there for the checkered, or not for the, you know, like the victory lane celebration and stuff too. That was really, really cool. So.
Really cool. My pass, obviously, I got to go with Big Bag Brad. Led for 46 laps, but got passed up by one Mr. Chase Elliott over here, you know. Yeah. And then my grass is the 23 car wreck, taking out all of your top drivers. Danny, I'm sorry. I beat all your favorite drivers.
Dude, again, Ty Dillon, like, I'm sorry, all you Denny fans, I beat all your favorite.
And Denny loved it too on his podcast. Like, he was just like, dude, no, that's fucking great.
Yeah, he told me, Ty Dillon's like, I was just messing around. He's like, dude, I fucking loved it. Like,
he apologized too, like, man, I'm sorry if that was like too much. Like, no, I fucking loved it.
No, that was amazing. And it's like, it's little stuff like that. It's like, yeah, that's why NASCAR is so much fun, bro. It's like, dude, not only do they talk shit, like, they actually fight each other sometimes. Like,
which I've been looking at a few race fights as well too. I've gone back and like hopped on YouTube. I was like, oh my god, these are intense right here. Wait a minute.
Oh yeah, I've seen a couple compilations I haven't clicked on yet, but I'm definitely like got circled and like saved, like watch for later. You know what I mean? Saved up on YouTube. So yeah, definitely it was a fun race, JD. But that, I mean, that's your crash?
Yep, that's my crash.
All right, well, I think we should dive into Car of the Week because we have a special Car of the Week this week. We have a couple of viewer submitted Car of the Weeks. We have, we have a shout out to our guy Vincent, who was a big part of the show. He helped us with our first desk decor. Before I got all my NASCAR stuff back, we got the Casey Kane great clips and the Groovy Summer Elliott Sadler 38 rides from him. So reach out to Vincent. He's a Chase Elliott fan as well. It's his favorite driver. We got his car of the weeks, and then my dad hanging out with him over the weekend. We were watching. We've watched a few races together this season, and we've watched a ton of races growing up all my life. So I was like, "Hey man, what do you think about some of these cars?" And he's got a very like old school, like classic throw to it. But
Okay.
I think JB, I'll let you kick it off still.
All right.
We'll sandwich in our guests, and then. I'll end up rounding us out
Rounding
for
it
our
out.
car of the
Okay.
week. Hell yeah.
Cool.
I'm
Perfect.
very excited and eager because we've talked about this.
We've expanded, so
And thankfully we did.
Yes.
It would have been it would have been harder than Mark Martin taking a Viagra. God damn it, I can't talk. I saw a picture of young Mark Martin with like colored hair and a mustache. I did not recognize the man. To me, Mark Martin's always been this like 50-year-old man. I saw a young.
well, he was young at a certain point.
I forgot about that. But yeah, oh man, there was so many cool cars, JB. I'm very excited. I'm gonna stop talking and let you take over.
All right, since we did open this up to 5 cars, my 5th car, I gotta go with your race winner, Chase Elliott, driving the Design to Drive car by one Mr. Wrangler Mills. It has the nurse on the front and I believe butterflies on the side, although it does kind of look like a maxi pad a little bit.
I thought they looked like ears. Like really,
were they ears? Or?
I don't know. It might have been ribbons or I don't know.
I swear I thought it was a butterfly, but I don't know.
Yeah, we'll call it a butterfly.
Yeah, it looked like a butterfly. So let's go with that. Number 5. Number 4, I had to go to the Xfinity series. One Mr. Nick Sanchez, who drove the 48 Big Machine Vodka, the spiked vodka. It was with the oranges, all white, and it's got like spiked written on the sides of it too.
Fellow Georgia native too. Both Georgia natives won in Atlanta this weekend.
Hey,
and
shout out Georgia.
JB, like I said, you're calling shit all weekend. You sent me a picture of this car like Thursday.
Yep.
And I texted you Friday, like, guess who just won the race? JB's got this, like, he's locked in with his third eye. We need to start making picks, and you need to start putting them out there so people can win some money, man.
Hey, I was leaning towards Lawless Allen as well, too, because I was watching the ARCA series before hopping into this race. But he ended up, I think, 3rd or 4th in that race. But still, he was leading at one point in time, though. So, shout out to him as well, too. Number 3, I got to go with the King's Hawaiian.
Okay.
One Mr. Denny Hamlin, rocking number
nice.
11. Just a sweet car. Just a sweet looking car. Obviously didn't finish, but still, Denny, you got an amazing paint scheme as well, too. So he's my 3rd. Number 2, I got to go with my guy, Tyler Reddick, in the Superman upper decker car. That was just a sweet ass car, man.
It was badass.
We got the Superman logo on the front, upper decker on the side. Shout out to upper decker cars as well, too. Have dozens of those in my basement right now that I've collected over years as a kid. So it was just nice seeing it on a car.
It was badass. The colors, like, they
It's
complemented
like
each other
yellow,
well.
blue, yeah.
Like the blue, the yellow, the red, the blue, like the Superman and the up, the color theme on the side, everything matched so well. Looked really good.
Everything matched so well. And number 1, it's probably already spoiled though, but eat my center dust, bitches, right now. Chris Buescher, number 17, the Krogers, the Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It was so amazing. It was the sweetest fucking car out there.
It was badass, man. And he was up there near the front. He had top 10 finish for Chris Buescher. Man,
Eat my center dust, bitches.
and he kept it out of the wrecks. That's the thing. He finished the race, got the top 10. He didn't crash that car. That was a beauty. Honestly, like, that's another one where it's like, need that 124 die cast.
I need both.
Depending on how the shipping situation works out, if not by episode 18, definitely by episode 19,
it will be up here.
You won't see. You might not see the car, but you'll definitely be seeing Fast and Loose rocking the "Eat My Cinnadust" shirt from Chris Buescher, because that is too badass not to go in cop. So hell yeah! Like I said, we'll dive in. Those are some sick ass cars. A little bit of overlap for you and me, as always. A little bit of overlap for some of our guests as well too. So
who do we want to start with first, Pops or?
We'll give the honors to my guy Vincent. We're gonna let Vincent go first. So I was talking to him first. He got his list in first because I was watching the race with my dad and we kind of just talked it out. So, but yeah, for my guy Vincent, and I don't know the order he has him in. I'm gonna I'll save what I think would be his top pick, just based on that race outcome. You know? But this is, subjective. So he had the number 1 Wendy's car from Ross Chastain, that Frosty, which badass, has the cool
Frosty,
wavy colored scheme. Definitely a badass look right there for sure. We have another classic cool image right here from Dex Imaging, the number 21 from Josh Berry, rocking the number 20 for the Wood Brothers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, clean red and white look right there too.
Oh, of
Kind of
course.
reminds me
They
of
always
like,
have the cleanest looks, man.
yeah. Honestly, like I know it's not the same, but like it kind of gives me a bit of like that Marlboro paint scheme that used to run in like IndyCar. It's kind of like, although it has like the bit of like the racing lines and like that like shape pattern to it more or less on the NASCAR. When I see those two colors, that's what it throws my mind back to. Like either I think of like Motorcraft in the Cup Series, because that's like Ford Motorcraft was like the Cup sponsor for that, but also it was like Marlboro was a big sponsor in IndyCar for a long time.
Oh yeah.
Another classic motorsport sponsor, and I'm glad Vincent has this on his list because it allowed me to guilt-free leave it off of mine.
Guilt-free.
I'm not joking. This was almost on my list, and like the number 87 Red Bull from Trackhouse, driven by Connors.
I did like that
one. A
one.
motorsports classic, JB. Red
like
Bull
that
has
one.
been so big into motorsports, all types, rally car, Indy, like NASCAR, like all over the place. Like so, I mean, even like extreme sports with like Motor X, more motocross. I can't talk today. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with me. But running up, we're gonna give the 17 car that he throws out there from Chris Buescher. That's gonna be his P2 finish for his car of the week. Even though it is episode 17, we're gonna recognize that he does say his favorite driver is Chase Elliott, so we're going to give the number one car of the week spot to Chase Elliott in the number 9 designed to drive Napa car right there from Raylan, right?
Raylan Mills.
Raylan Mills. So shout out to that. That's our guy Vincent's top 5 cars right there. Vincent, appreciate you sending this in, man.
Appreciate you, man.
I appreciate talking NASCAR with you anytime, my guy. He told me he also chaps into the Chase Lounge. Very much appreciate that.
Okay,
So
all right, yeah.
Vincent, like you're. Like we have all the fans that we have up in the, like who watch this way. You're definitely like my favorite fan. I love my dad who watches all the time too. But hey, I appreciate you, my guy. And yeah, thank you very much. Hopefully you keep sending in some more lists if you ever want to be part of Car of the Week.
Oh, of course,
like
anytime,
you got
man.
an open
Anytime.
invite for anything here, man. But hell yeah. And then also too, like I said, my dad wanted to be a part of the action, or more or less. I was like, hey, why don't you join the fun, man?
Pops, what's going on?
So, he like I said, a little bit nostalgic. He originally saw Austin Cindric's car, and he saw the hood with the Quaker stain. He's like,
yeah,
that's such a classic NASCAR sponsor. That's got to make my list. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, did you see the number 99 car? And we were looking through the list. We were watching the race, and he's like, no. I think I'm gonna go with the 99 instead. So he wants the number 99 Quaker State from Daniel Suarez, the all green.
That's what I was thinking.
Dude, we've had all of Trackhouse represented in this rankings from between Vincent and my dad already.
Oh, geez.
Hell yeah. I mean, shout out Trackhouse. That's
Hey.
sick as hell. Shout out to our guy Cap Houston too. So, but yeah, like I said, a classic staple right there. Shout out to our guy Bad Brad Keselowski. He wanted to shout out the Michigan native, the Consumer Cellular number 6. Which again, I think I talked about this before when he drove this. They made this into a flip phone. That paint scheme, it's pretty badass.
Shout out to the whoever their marketing team is, because I've seen a commercial with him in it as well too about the energy, cellular energy. He's like, we're gonna cut everything by 15%. So they're literally in the office cutting everything by 15%.
Hell yeah. But man, moving on from my dad, so said he had another overlap, JB, right here. We have the Superman upper deck car right there.
Tyler Reddick, let's go.
And I might be mixing up his order a little bit, but we're just kind of going through them again. He's not here to list them off in his exact order, but again, another overlap. This driver, JB, has made my car of the week before.
Oh boy,
he made my dad's now. And he made the top 10 this week. We already talked about him a little bit. Shout out Zane Smith.
Really?
Lucky Dog. Aaron's just a classic, dude.
Really?
Dude, the Aaron's Lucky Dog free pass has been around forever. Like, it's like the first car off the lead lap.
I was not thinking that for your dad. No.
They're the Lucky Dog. They get the free pass. That Aaron's is such a classic NASCAR stable, like a throwback. I saw it and I was like, that's
okay.
Sneak peek. That maybe or maybe not made my list.
Is that
we'll
in
see.
your top 5?
We'll see how far the apple fell from the tree. If the chip is off the old block or not. But number one,
not expecting that.
Number 1, I think it's gonna make an appearance on all of our lists, JB.
Yeah.
Eat my Cinedust. Chris Buescher's number 17. Shout out, this is episode 17 too. So hell yeah, badass. We got to rock and roll. With mine, we're gonna move on because I know we're kind of getting close to time. Sam's gonna start sneaking up soon. But with our my cars of the week, Number 5, GB, and I put this one 5th because I feel like I'm piggybacking a little bit on last week, and I don't necessarily like that I'm double dipping 2 weeks in a row. But it's not exactly the same. Different driver and a slightly different sponsor. I got the number 54 from Ty Gibbs, the Sonic / Grillo Pickles. I know we had Grillo Pickles last week.
Yeah, you did.
And I feel a little bit pickle. I feel a little bit brimy. How about that? like I feel a little brimy that I'm putting the pickles back. Yeah,
little pickleback. Pickleback shot right there.
But the fact that it's Sonic and it's mostly Sonic with like Grillo Pickles is like on the side, and there's a pickle on the Sonic logo. But I feel like mostly Sonic. And I kind of like the blue and the green hue mix. So like again, I feel a little brimy. Not gonna say dirty, but brimy because we're talking pickles here. But yeah, next up. I got the Aaron's Lucky Dog, number 38 from Zane Smith.
I knew it was going to be on there.
Yeah, it had to, bro. I mean, we talk about the cool look of the chrome numbers with RFK. A little bit hypocritical to not also shout out when Front Row Motorsports throws out those chrome looks. Like the font they use is kind of old school classic font too. I dig that. I mean, the combo, again, Aaron's classic throwback sponsor. Been a part of NASCAR for a long time, so I definitely got to shout that out. I got my number 3, JB. We have like our top. We had 3 cars that overlap this week. We got the number 45 Superman Upper Deck from Tyler Reddick.
Superman.
Hell yeah, baby. I mean, as soon as I saw it, I was like, this is car of the week, and then I kept scrolling, and I was like, oh my god, this is car of the week. No, this is car of the week. No,
this one.
I am really having a hard time right now, JB, because I have them written down in a certain order, but I flipped them back and forth when I wrote them down multiple times. And I told myself, you know what? Just write them down in either order because you're going to make the decision on the spot. You know what?
True.
And right now, I have made my decision. Number 2 in my Car of the Week rankings is going to go to the driver who finished P1. Although you finished first for the race, you're coming in second for my Car of the Week rankings. Shout out to you, Chase Elliott. But we're going to wait no more. This is episode 17, Car of the Week, Chris Buescher, number 17, the Cinnamon Toast Crunch car. I mean,
let's go.
I'm sitting here surrounded by all my Matt Kenseth stuff. I was like, how could I not put the number 17 as my Car of the Week? It
Shout out, Fish. How can you not?
Hell yeah, man. I'm so badass. I know, like I said, we'll go back real quick. The Design to Drive car from Raylan Mills, badass. Happy they got it.
Yeah.
And what makes it even better, the circle on the side. Had that been built, like baked into the design, automatic Car of the Week. I don't care.
I don't think she was.
I don't care.
I don't care
what Cinnamon Toast Crunch, what Lucky Charms, what Captain Crunch, Oops All Crunch Berries, or whatever you throw on a car. Like no, like if you automatically bake in
that would be the
like tire wear marks from like Rubbin, because Rubbin is racing. That is so badass.
Rubbin's racing.
Hell yeah.
Shout out Days of Thunder.
Shout out, man. They're making a Days of Thunder too.
I know. We gotta check that out.
Well, yeah. Again, like we have a fun off season. We can dive into some car movies. You know, actually, we could spend like a whole week just doing Fast and Furious. I bet. Not that they're like real race movies, but they're car movies.
I was gonna say they're car movies,
but either way,
100% race movies.
We could find that line and draw it wherever we want.
Yeah.
And stuff. But either way, man, this again. Shout out Chris Buescher. Shout out Matt Kenseth. Shout out Roush Fenway Racing. Shout out Roush Fenway Keselowski Racing, RFK now as it's known.
Shout out Atlanta, not Echopark.
Shout out Chase Elliott getting the win for for Raylan Mills as well in that Design to Drive car. Badass. I mean, locked himself in the
very
playoff.
Cool.
He's been the most consistent driver all season. Hadn't been able to find victory lane. Finally got there. JB, we didn't even talk about the bracket really. That's there's so much going on in motorsport. Like there's so much going on in NASCAR right now. We'll try to hone it in a little bit more next week. Get caught up on the bracket, but I've been so geeked to
like I said, this has been an amazing race weekend that we've had to experience. So
I've been looking forward.
I want more like this.
Oh yeah, I've been looking forward to episode 17 for a while too. Like I said, I wish I had more Matt Kenseth stuff to share. And we gotta
one more time.
Yeah. We're gonna end the episode waving the flag. We'll see you guys next time.
How fast he's loose.
Yeah. This is Fast and Loose with JB Smooth and Chase Elliott Amley. He's fast, I'm loose, and we love Matt Kenseth.
Shout out.